Welcome everybody to a brand new episode of Fair Faithful Podcast. I'm Brandon Frino, joined by me and my co-hosts. We got Deon Johnson from Niner Game Podcast, and we got Anshul from 49er Media. Our boy Christian will be coming in shortly. He just got back from his nephew's flag football game, but let's get right into it, fellas. So 49ers beat down the Patriots 30-13. How are we feeling, guys? Defense looked way better, personally. Deon, let me get your thoughts, and then we'll go Anshul and then Christian when he comes in.
I mean, I liked it. The game was great. There we go. Look at that. Lefty in the building.
I'm trying to get back home.
Yeah, man. Look, just don't play in that grown man league. These motherfuckers out here.
Fuck, dude.
They play football like they used to play back in the day.
They're all juking me, and then they get mad when I put a chest into them and they fall over. Go up for a contested catch and fucking knock their ass out.
For real, man. So honestly, this game, man, I thought it was a great game. You know what I'm saying? We saw the same things that we normally see out of the everyday people. Jordan Mason out there, another 100-yard game. Brock Purdy out there spinning the rock. He had one TD, one interception. The interception was clearly his fault. He should have saw that dude. You know, I mean, you gotta be a little careful, a little bit better with that. What's up, Mandy Shavers? But overall, it was a great game from the offense. Once again, my man Juwan motherfucking Jennings leading with 3 catches for 88 yards. I know we only had the 1 TD to Kittle, and then we had that 1 TD by Jordan. We had the defensive touchdown by none other than we don't call him All-Pro no more. We call him Hall of Fame Fred. That dude just does things that you can't do, and there ain't a linebacker that's better than Fred. I don't care what team you have, what linebacker you have. If his name ain't Fred Warner, I don't know why the fuck you even care. I'm sorry. Fred Warner is that damn good. He is the best linebacker in the league. There is not another linebacker that can do what he does. And believe you me, if we could just get D. Winters on the field consistently, I think we have the next Fred Warner on our hands. That's all we need is just to add it up.
We need Dre to come back, so we have 3. We need Dre, Winters, and Fred on the field all together.
I don't care what nobody says, man. If you have what's going on, TD? If you have D. Winters, Dre Greenlaw, and Fred Warner on the field, good luck when it comes to your slot receiver. Good luck when it comes to your tight end, because they about to get mauled. It's gonna be a brutal beating when you come across that middle, because they are going to leave you soulless. Love the play. I didn't see this. Malik Mustafa.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, what do you deserve? That man came in full speed and took out a whole lineman. And that lineman wasn't small. That was a big boy. That lineman definitely up in the 300s. He came through like a fucking missile and knocked that dude out. I loved every second of it. Fred was like, I didn't even get to see it. I didn't know what was going to happen. I mean, you know, we all love Mustafa. We've seen him. You know, you see the physicality when it comes to his size, and you see all the pictures, and everybody's like, yo, this dude's chiseled.
This is the best rookie class we've had under Shanahan and Lynch, and they need to see the field more often.
Yeah. So Mustafa went out there, played, he balled. Like our safeties didn't look like they took a step back because Huff wasn't there. And what people have to understand really quick is Huff is, when you come off an ACL, every now and then you're gonna have a little bit of.
We hurt his ankle.
It's gonna be nagging.
He twisted his ankle. Yeah, he twisted his ankle in practice. That's why he was out.
So you're not gonna worry too much about it. Even Fred with his twisted ankle, he's gonna be fine. So here's the thing: we have 2 games in the next 8 days.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be rough. So you're gonna have some guys that are gonna be a little tired. That night game is gonna be definitely the roughest.
Deon, don't forget they're back-to-back division games too.
Yeah, it's back-to-back division games, but I can give a fuck about the Cardinals. The only game that bothers me is the one with the Seahawks. But as far as the Cardinals, personally, that's going to be a whole nother thing that we'd have to talk about. But as far as this game, man, I like what I saw. Once again, my guy Juwan did his thing. I need them to continue to feed him. I don't want them taking him out of the game. It was nice to see the DA catch himself a couple of passes. But it just it hurts because you're watching the ascension of Juwan Jennings and the descension of Brandon Ayuk. And it's like, but I just gave you 30 million, and I just gave you they gave Juwan what 15 in total, something like that, something small. He got a new deal, but he ain't nowhere.
It's just how this. I do think it's part of it is how this offense works, or how Purdy is as a quarterback. Because Juwan is a possession receiver. He's got big, strong hands. He's going to go up and snatch it, which I've been saying for the last I don't know how many freaking years. But I've been saying to use him like
don't use.
That's true. I just mean as in throw the ball to him in the red zone. Use him as a possession receiver. Let him go up and get it, which we still don't fully see in the red zone.
We don't.
I mean, throw him a fade. Throw the guy a fade.
He's got a fade. He is a 50-50 ball kind of guy.
He's our tallest receiver.
Yeah, and
6'3".
And he uses every bit of his body for everything.
Yeah. I just think with Ayuk, I think with Ayuk too, is part of it is just the scheme at the moment. Obviously, him not being fully in shape, but he's been open. But Purdy's also not going to force it to any receiver. He doesn't care.
Nope.
So, we paid Ayuk, and Ayuk's not doing well, but that's because Purdy's going to throw it to whoever the hell he wants to throw it to. He's not going to force the ball.
Oh, no, and I'm not going to force the ball to you, especially if you're not catching it.
But that's why we think that he's not open, but he's probably getting bracketed more, and that's leaving it open for Jennings at times. So I think
nobody came.
Bro, what the? Gavin, where did this shit come from, my guy? Where the fuck?
Damn, my guy.
I'm not mad at you, though. Hey, it's good to have a laugh, bro. I'll tell you real quick. So I'm working, right? I called tech because this person's having an issue with the internet. And I'm like, yo, dude's saying, he can't get in, blah, blah. And he was like, because he didn't use his fucking bypass code. And it just rolled off the tongue so smoothly, it made me laugh. And it was like the laugh I needed, So I'm sitting there like, what? And he's like, yeah, he didn't use his bypass code. And he said it so smoothly and so calmly, like he's just a stupid motherfucker. When people do shit like that, it makes me laugh. Because I'm like, it's nice when you can be a pure asshole, but be very calm and collective about it. You know what I mean? But anyway, back to football. Christian, you go ahead and talk about the game and then kick it over to media. Then we'll karate kick it back up over here to that guy.
It was good. The offense looked good at times. Still seemed to struggle a little bit in the red zone, which I don't understand why. I don't know why we're not executing at times in the red zone. I don't know if they just think, we don't have McCaffrey, so we can't execute in the red zone. I just think the play calling should probably be a lot better in the red zone. There's opportunities to try some things in the red zone. It's like everything is so much scheme that we don't try anything that a lot of other offenses are willing to try in the red zone. It's like, let's see a fade to Jennings. Let's see an end around to one of our speed guys. Let's not use the slow guy in the motion and get him the ball to where if it's a speedy guy, they probably score a touchdown and Debo's too slow and gets tackled. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'd like to see a little bit better play calling at times in the red zone, especially as the season goes on. The offense looked good. Otherwise, Purdy looks great. Mason looks great. But it's really frustrating when we're getting field goals because from what I've seen, we tend to dominate the time of possession like a lot.
We lead the league in time of possession.
And we're because we're getting field goals, we're not winning games. If we were scoring touchdowns, we wouldn't have lost a game yet. So,
I agree.
We're not consistently scoring touchdowns. We're kicking field goals, and that's the problem right now. Like we're dominating in time of possession. We should be dominating because the defense is rested, so they should be playing as bad as they have. So, I like the game because maybe it's the get right game we needed against a pretty terrible team. So I'm not getting my hopes up like we fixed it because that the Patriots aren't very good.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask you too. I was like, how did you feel about the defense in this game?
The defense looked good at times, but I still need to see more. I need to see it against a better team too.
Okay.
To see if we're going to get fixed. What I'm hoping for is we can win at least 2 of the next 4 games going into the bye week. And then after the bye week is when we start to see us get right. Like, we really need to get right later on in the season. There's some things we need to fix. We're going to get some guys back later on in the season. Maybe we get McCaffrey back. We'll have to see. But we should get Dre back. Hopefully we'll get the rookie receivers more into the offense after the bye week too. They'll have more understanding. And that's why I'm wondering if we're not seeing Cowing, because Cowing being hurt part of training camp made him miss out on some of the understandings of the offense, which, to be fair, this offense is freaking hard to know as a rookie. So maybe that's part of why we're not seeing Cowing out there more, because he needs to learn the offense. So I'm hoping
right now, right?
Yeah, but he came back in. He came back. He wasn't out for the game
today. I saw.
Yeah, he was out of practice. You're right.
Okay. I mean, right now, he's just returning punts, and hasn't even got a chance to get going yet on a punt. It's because we can't ever give our guys a chance to return it. But I was happy that we won the game, but I still need to see some more because they were a terrible team. And right now, I'm kind of just like, let's coast, get through to the bye week, and at least win 2 games, and then see if we're gonna have a turn. Because we have one thing with Kyle's teams that have talent and have a quarterback, because anytime he hasn't had a quarterback, we've been terrible. Whenever he's had a quarterback, we've always see a turnaround where this team gets hot. So we haven't seen it yet. I'm hoping we see it later in the season and get even if we're getting into the wild card, if we get hot at the end of the season, even making the wild card, I'm fine with it, because we were not hot going into the playoffs last year. I want to see this Niners team be hot at the end of the season. So I'm cool just coasting through these next 4 games, even if we can get 2 wins, right? So we're still in the playoff hunt. See if we can turn it around and go from there. There's a lot of things to work on, but I like the way this offense is going. We're doing really well and putting up yards with Mason and Jennings. Like, they're being your 2 best guys on offense besides Purdy right now is pretty good. So when the other guys are healthy and things are going, it's kind of like, there's so many guys to get the ball to. It should be no problem. Like, drawing things up for different things. These are good problems to have, and as we start to peak, hopefully towards the end of the season, it's going to be hard to stop. That's what I'm hoping for, that we see as the season goes on, and hopefully we see a big improvement in the defense too. But okay, one last thing. The offensive line looked way better. These young guys that we brought in after some of these injuries look like guys that are guys, and the defensive line looked 10 times better. Bosa looked like Nick Bosa for the first time in I don't know how long. Like, he looked like actual Nick Bosa.
Yeah. Hey, Okuwanu.
Oh yeah.
Hey, yeah, Okuwanu, man.
And Anderson. Was Anderson?
Yep.
Anderson was the other one. Absolutely. Yeah. He was.
Isn't that the one that looks like Biggie?
bro.
Against the run, we still got to figure it out.
Chris, B-Dubs, isn't that the one that looks like Biggie? Is it Anderson?
Biggie? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Kevin Givens.
I swear to God,
we still got to work on the run game. Obviously, stopping the run on defense a little bit. Hopefully, that'll get there. But pass rush looked great.
There you go. Media, what you got?
Yeah, I'm not sure what you got.
Yeah, I thought defense looked a lot better. Well, we had 6 sacks, I think it was, right? Total.
Yes, we did.
On the defense. Kevin Givens, man, shout out to that guy. 2.5 sacks, I believe it was. I just every time I saw the defensive line, I see him right there, and I'm like, man, he picked up the slack, for losing Hargrave really well. I still want to see more from Leonard Floyd, to be honest. I feel like he's been kind of disappointing.
He quiet for sure.
Yeah. But the one guy I liked, especially in the second half, and I actually hope he starts over a guy like Yoda Bernardo Green.
I loved it.
He's running, dude. He's running with the receiver.
Yeah.
So
right on their hip.
On the field.
I heard
In
Green
position.
is starting over.
Dude, he's in position. He's like right on the receiver's hips. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just need to let these
But
rookies go. Let them go. Let him play.
But like Christian was saying is, I got to see it. I think versus some better teams and just see that consistency. I'm not gonna just say 1 week that it's good. Again, we got to see that consistency.
Yeah, that's true.
Offensively, I still think they left some points off the field. That one drive where they had 3 penalties. Yes, they end up scoring.
Oh
Kittle's
my
like, I don't
God.
want to. Kittle's like,
The
don't
refs-
let me score.
The refs
These
hate
refs
us.
are a
Sorry,
problem.
don't let me
The refs hate us.
The
Hey,
refs
but
are just a
Kittle-
problem all
Kittle-
around. And
That
the
catch
NFL.
he had, bro. The catch he had with 3 defenders. That was
But
amazing.
we need to see. We need to
But
see
what
some
you
of
gotta
these plays.
who you got to give credit to though is Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
Ball placement was
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah,
The
no,
ball
Purdy-
placement, bro. The ball
Purdy
other
placement.
was
thing- the other thing
outstanding
that
of this
he-
game, except for
Yeah, the
that.
other thing that he had was he was mic'd up and openly told Debo, "That's my bad. That's a touchdown if I lead you." And shit like that is just stuff you cannot teach. The stuff that Brock Purdy does is what I wish
He's only going to get better.
that asshole
Yeah.
that's over in LA would have done. If he would have been able to do that, I could have respected him more. But I
Yeah,
can't
he'd
respect
never-
him now. And
Let's
you know
not
the
even
funny
bring him
thing-
up.
You know the funny thing is,
Even
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give it right back to media because I know he didn't finish. I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You can have BA if you give me Devontae. I do.
We're not getting Devontae. Let's give that up.
I'll do it. Give him BA.
I'm going to the
I said-
Jets with this
Call
game,
we should be-
Antonio
bro.
right now.
We should be talking about trading for Calais Campbell and maybe
bro,
maybe one of the guys from the Bengals, Hendrickson.
Oh, you
That's
put-
what we
Bro,
should
they're
be.
not
That's what we should be
Hey, you
focusing
put
on.
Hendrickson on our line.
Who's the other one?
Most
Who's
of
the other?
game.
Who's their other guy? There's the other white boy on the other side
Oh, for who? Cincinnati
for the Bengals. Yeah,
For the Bengals. I don't know, but I'm not gonna lie to you. You know who one of the most valuable players on the Bengals is, and everybody keeps sleeping on this cat. I told y'all about him last year. His name is Logan Wilson.
Yeah.
Bro, their Mike linebacker is disgusting. People
Yeah.
keep sleeping on this dude, and all he does is year in and year out go make plays.
Let's see,
And
Bengals
nobody
do.
mentions him, but that motherfucker right there, he's good. It's like he said in Coming to America. That boy good. But go ahead, media.
Oh, it's Hubbard and
Yeah,
Hubbard's
Sam
the other one.
Herb. Yeah, Sam Herbert's the other one.
That's what I'm saying. We could
I
trade for
thought
one of them. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, defensively, that was what I thought. Offensively, I still think they left points on the table. Like you said, Christian too, man. These field goals, gotta get the touchdowns. I don't know what it is with the play calling.
what's up,
I
Kenny?
think we also need to give a Jawan Jennings like the ability to be able to or give him a chance to just go up there and get it, man. Like he really has that ability, and I think the Niners, that's something that they need to start using. Special teams. I need you all to figure it out because they're about 32nd ranked. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm just starting to think that
special teams, is
Special
terrible.
teams is the Achilles heel for the 49ers as a franchise, regardless of the coach. We've had it be our Achilles heel,
We've
regardless
never
of the
had
coach.
Fantastic special teams ever.
That's
It's never
true.
been like, oh my
That special
god.
teams is so.
Look at
I mean, the Kyle Williams fumbles still haunt me because I think we would have won the Super Bowl that year.
Fucking Kenny, I swear.
Yeah, that's how our offense plays. I mean, that's how our special teams is. Our special teams.
And then you got
like
Garendo making Deon actually right for, even though I think it's still coincidence. This guy does not have any vision at all, and I was wrong thinking he was going to be a guy. His vision is fucking terrible.
I mean, I
He's
saw
not-
that ball that
He's
he
he's
like,
gonna be
close.
off this team, dude. His fucking
They
vision is so
put-
bad.
Bruce back there to return.
Mhm.
Now we all know. Listen to me. We all know Juice. We love Juice, and we understand how prideful he is. But sir, your slow ass ain't got no business trying to return the fucking kid.
Doesn't I mean it's just
You
to have
ain't going
somebody.
nowhere.
It's just somebody
You
to have somebody
fucking about
sure-handed.
5 yards before they hit your ass.
It's
At
somebody.
least
It's just to have somebody sure-handed, pretty much. But
No.
I
I'm
just-
not saying that it's bad. I'm
Garendo's-
just saying it's funny to see him go up.
Garendo's vision on that return, I'm like, dude, you're supposed to be going left. Why the hell are you turning right and
I
getting the
know
ball
there was
knocked out of your arm?
space.
Yeah.
I'm literally right there.
He's just, I don't know. His just vision right now is not great. I don't know if it's ever going to be
I
great.
feel like he just needs more. He needs more reps.
Maybe.
That's the thing, though. When I noticed his college like film and highlights too, is first thing I saw was like he's a little bit slow to cut. And the thing is, he didn't even start that many games in college. He was always like a backup guy, very minimal.
It's because his vision.
Running guy.
You know how
yeah.
you know how he could fix. You know how he could fix his vision. He should be watching freaking Le'Veon Bell tape. If his vision is bad, then be patient and wait for a hole to open up.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's great that you mentioned Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell is one of the very few running backs in the league that would literally walk up to the line behind his blockers and then randomly take the fuck off. Watch him closely on his tape. If you've never seen,
that's probably who Shagrando should be watching it.
Because he was in Pittsburgh. This dude would jog up to the line. He's not running full speed. He's jogging. Once he sees the hole, he's gone. And it used to drive me insane. I'm like, why the fuck is he like walking up to the line? Don't make it. But it worked because he let his blocks be set up for him. And that's a good thing. That's the vision that you're talking about, which is fantastic, man. I agree. And I honestly think it's this. Sometimes some of the guys we bring in need more time. We have to allow them to develop. I think Garindo will be fine with Bobby T coaching up. Let Bobby.
I mean, that's true. That's the one position coach.
Over time, he will get better because he has the physical attributes that you need. We don't need that. We need you to be able to see the field, block properly, and go. Because Garindo reminds me of Ray Rice. He got about 60 yards worth of speed, and after that, ain't nothing left. And Jordan Mason has just everything. And I mean, what people have to realize is the man is averaging 5 yards per carry. And the difference between him and a lot of backs is his numbers aren't inflated by big runs. A lot of the times that's what happens. You get a guy that's out there, you see him with crazy amount of yardage, but he's had like 8 fucking 20-plus yard runs. Jordan Mason gets it out the mud.
That's why we need to see more play action in the red zone, because they're going to assume he's going to be getting the ball, and we haven't run enough play action this year in general.
Oh man!
But that's what's weird is you're noticing a lot of 8-man boxes still for Mason. It's like it's weird. You would think that they would respect Purdy a little more.
This is okay. So this says Jordan Mason is on pace to have 387 carries. Well, we all know Kyle runs his running backs into the ground, and you know when he sees a hot hand, he likes to stick with that.
He just needs to.
He's never been a guy that will come off of a dude, especially if that dude is doing what.
Honestly,
he loves that. He does, and I respect it to an extent because it can come back to bite you in the ass every now and then.
Okay,
overuse your guy. So my thing is, if you see Mason just going crazy, hey, what's going on?
Debo needs to be the backup running back.
No, he doesn't.
No, hold on, wait.
No, he doesn't. Bro.
Listen,
I don't know.
It works a little bit
Debo
better
in the backfield.
I'd rather see Debo in the backfield than playing receiver.
What? Wait, what? No.
What do you mean?
No.
Yes.
Hell
no.
When Pearsall, well, hold on. Let me finish. Let me fucking finish.
Let him get his
when
point
Pearsall,
out.
when Pearsall's ready to go.
I need media's retort on this.
When Pearsall's ready to go, right?
Okay.
Debo can be a gadget guy, can do a lot of things, but he can't separate. Yeah, he can catch the ball, but he's not separating. We got Ayuk. When Pearsall comes back, Jennings, because Jennings needs to be on the fucking field always. So,
yeah.
Right.
He blocks his ass off too.
So you got, then if you want a fourth, you can go Conley, Cowing. But
what a bash.
Why not have you have all these riches at every position? It would do us better to maybe have Debo more often playing as our running back too, instead of him at receiver at times, because we have other receivers that can go fill in and can win in man coverage better than Debo can, and Debo can still help us in the backfield, whether it's catching the ball or running the ball. So it's like as of now, because of what we have, and then once Pearsall is healthy and stuff, we get to see what we have with him. Because of what we're getting from Jennings, we're better suited having Debo on the field, but it doesn't mean he has to be at the receiver position each time.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. And like Kyle doesn't trust. He's not going to really trust Garendo right now. And you still got to keep a weapon on the field and put other receivers that are better at their positions, right? So, would you? Maybe he's shaking his head. Do you want fucking our fullback to play running back for running back too, bro? I mean, do you want us to put you at running back?
Media, go ahead, man.
Because Garendo ain't going to play running back.
Don't let him talk that shit. Just stay
All right.
Media.
My
thing
is, I do not like Debo in the backfield because I still think teams have figured him out. And the thing is, like, you could use him in the screen game, I think, too.
They're not figuring him out if part of the Niners' actual offense is him as the running back, too. They figured him out when he's getting 2-3 carries a game, and they think the ball's automatically going to him because he's a receiver and playing. But if he's part of the game plan to be running back, it's not going to be defense figuring him out because he's part of the game plan. That completely changes the defensive game plan with it. So you're not – exactly. If he's getting 15, 20 carries instead of 3, 4, 5, it's going to completely change. They're not going to automatically be like, oh, well, you could easily run a play action with Debo back there.
The thing is, Debo, though, he already gets so banged up, though, even when
I know, but if he's playing more running back than he's playing, if he's playing the running back 2 position at times, he's a weapon. You can use him all over the place. If Kyle could actually just use him as like a gadget guy weapon instead of just having him play receiver and use him as a running back too, it helps our offense better.
I'd rather see him on those like end arounds though, and like just handing it off to him instead of just making him be in the back. I'm just saying, I don't like Debo
it helps our offense better if you're not completely having him on the field at times, as a receiver, right? Because there's times Jennings isn't out there. There's times, and you're like Debo's good when Purdy's putting the ball in the best place possible, but he's not getting separation, right? He doesn't win one-on-ones very often unless Purdy puts the ball perfectly. He's not really winning in his routes. So you're better off having him, dude. Matt, how nice would it be? You have your receivers going for a route, and because Debo's playing running back, and CMC's not there right now. Purdy can be like, well, I got Debo as my outlet when nobody's open. Then we're going to see Purdy using the dump offs more, less sacks, probably getting more first downs on third down because he's using his check down because he's like, oh shit, I got Debo. If I get him the ball, he'll make something happen. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, you didn't miss the Morgan Freeman reference, man.
I'm just saying,
that's how BA's hair look. He got that Morgan Freeman hair. Right?
It could help. Yeah, it does. It could help.
He could stay with the dreads. It would have saved his life, but
it could help our offense knowing that, like, instead of having Debo run routes on certain downs, Purdy knows he's there to dump it off to him. So
yeah, I guess that's fair. I don't know.
Most of the time, our running backs are wide open when it's time as a check down. Mm-hmm. So Purdy knowing he has an extra weapon to check it down to, which is why he checked it down a lot more often when McCaffrey was there, because he's like, well, if I'm checking it down, I'm getting it to my best player. So more options to check it down to Debo. If Debo's playing running back at times, or using as a gadget guy in a difference as more of a weapon on this offense, which we saw before, right? In 2019, his rookie season, we saw it. That year that we should have beat the Rams in the playoffs, Debo went
2021, I think.
Yeah, Debo was absolute gadget guy doing everything. That we could use him for that more and use our other receivers that are better at playing receiver at receiver.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if Pearsall, when he comes back, and if he's up to par, because he also missed a lot of camp and stuff with the shoulder injury, and we all know what happened to him as well. So I think if he's like up to par when he's back, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but just don't know right now.
And I bet you Pearsall is going to be a better blocker as a receiver than Debo.
Okay, well, this brings up another question. They say
Pearsall's a dog. Yeah. You don't get shot like that and walk yourself and not be able to block as a receiver.
So they say that
Hey, we'll call him. Hey, what we gonna
Still
call him? Right?
still
Instead
keep
of
his
Ricky
watch.
Pearsall, we gonna call him Tupac Pearsall. What is he?
He's a badass, dude.
Yeah.
He's a badass.
So-
Bro, he's not. He's more like 50 Cent, fucking Pearsall, bro.
He gonna come. He gonna come out like Donald Trump to Benny Man.
they call him Curtis 50 Cent Pearsall.
Oh my god! Oh,
right, anyway,
you
so
ready to
then-
see come out? They ain't gonna be playing that NBA young boy. They gonna be like, I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. You don't want to fuck with me.
Gangster rap, bro.
Yeah.
All
I'm
day.
telling you, man. That's
So they were
shit.
saying, fellas, they were saying
Wait, hold on, stop me though.
this guy.
I'm sorry, I caught it, man. Christian, you sounded white as fuck when you said that.
Did I?
You said gangster rap.
I just said gangster rap, like gangster rap, dude.
Gangsta.
That's what I said, gangster rap.
I'm sorry, man.
That's what I grew up listening to. That's why I can't listen to shit today because it
I
sucks.
can't, bro. I can't.
No,
there
it's true, though.
is no
It
gangster
does.
rap today. I don't know what the fuck
It's
these kids
horrible,
are hollering
dude.
about, but
I grew up with the
all I
best
hear is
shit.
a bunch of auto-tune.
I grew up with the best shit, but
Last
Yeah,
time
we
it
grew up
was
with the right
good
shit.
was
But go ahead,
2000.
B-Dubs.
So, but no, so they were saying that CMC could possibly come back by November, but I don't know how I feel about that, guys. Oh,
Hey,
I don't
so
want him to tear his
pops-
Achilles,
his
dude.
pops was on somebody's
actually have it.
podcast. Yeah, if you could play a small clip, don't play too much because
I mean, we can just say the big. There's literally just one. We can just say what he said. There's one quote from it.
Go ahead, say it.
He said that he's a part of the problem that he's having this issue because of his regimen during the offseason because he goes so hard. That's what his dad said. He's like, he's so dedicated to being the best and working his ass off. His regimen is why he didn't let it heal during the offseason. It's pretty much what his dad said.
See, this is the thing.
Yeah.
This is why I talk about what? Protecting players from themselves. Sometimes when you
You
have
can't protect him during the offseason. I mean,
no, you can't. But here's the thing. You can't protect them during the season. That goes back to my original point. Don't run your guys into the ground. I completely understand anybody and even you, Christian, when they talk about how this person is the best player on the field. I get that. I know Trent Williams is the best left tackle in fucking football. I understand that. But I can tell you right now, if I had a viable fucking backup for him, every now and then in meaningless games, you probably wouldn't see number 71 out there. You know why? Because I'd be giving him a rest. And to be honest with you, we have a viable backup. He's just in the wrong fucking spot. His name is Colton McKivitz. If you ever see McKivitz play left tackle for us, he looks pretty darn good.
Yep.
But at right tackle, he looked like he don't know what the fuck is happening. So it's just understanding, don't overuse your guys, but use them sparingly. If you can get Garindo's vision fixed, you know what you do? Hey, Jordan, I'm going to give you about 20 to 25, depending on how the game looks and what's going on.
how many carries?
And I may give Isaac 5 to 10. Like, that's what I mean. It's not that you take your best player off the field for an extended period of time, but you spell them because it keeps them fresh. If you don't believe me, see Steve Spagnuolo when he beat Tom Brady twice. You know why Spags did that? Because this motherfucker was rotating his defensive line constantly. And anyone who came off the bench was a starter elsewhere. Any of those dudes. Well, who was it? Justin Tuck, Human Yora, all these guys, Strahan. You had dudes that were there that were backups on that team, and they'd be starters anywhere else. It's the thing of keeping the rotation going, but making sure your guys are fresh. And that's how you win games, because dudes don't get burnt out. Every player throughout the whole season is going to be dealing with some type of injury. No player is at 100%.
So
ever. That's a known fact.
I just want to say something. I don't think we're running Mason into the ground. He had 24 carries last game. That's pretty good. But I'm seeing the comments. Like, that's a pretty good amount of carries for running back, especially back in the day when running backs were carrying it 30, 40 times a game. He's carrying it 24 times. Right? He's built like a back that can take that. Now, 20, 25, 30, 35 carries for McCaffrey, yeah, that's going to beat him up. But Mason's more built to take it. That's not that many. Right? Yeah, Mason's running the ball late in the game to put it away, but they're also setting the offense up that let's see what we have late in the game if we want to, win the game by running out the clock, which we could not do in the Super Bowl when it's 3rd and 2 and we just need to get a first down and we can run the clock out and kick the game-winning field goal. You know what? All right. Well, here's a chance to see what we got with Mason late in the game. If we get into that position, we need to run the clock out. So I'm not really worried that they're handing them the ball off late in the game, right? It's still early in the season. They're seeing what they have, what we can do. It's early in the season. Yeah, later in the season, you're not going to see that. It's still early in the season. So that's the thing. Mason is a closer. Dude, he freaking averages 5 yards a carry, and every time he's tackled, he falls forward. That's a closer. Yeah, he's our starting running back right now. But, I mean, wait, what if McCaffrey does come back? What if McCaffrey does come back, dude? That's going to be an absolute nasty, 1-2 punch.
Oh, guaranteed.
So
Wait,
it just –
what the fuck just happened? I thought my shit was sharing.
I'm not really worried about Mason getting 25 carries a game. Like, that's not a lot for a running back. And he's not taking giant hits. He had 24 carries. He's not taking giant hits, right? He falls forward on every hit. He's normally punishing the guys trying to tackle him. I'm not too worried.
Yeah.
Like, we need to stop finding things to be upset about that aren't there.
No, I'm not. No, I'm just stating.
No, I was talking about what I'm seeing in the comment.
Yeah. So
we overwork McCaffrey because McCaffrey's running the ball 30 times and catching the ball 15 times. He's touching the ball 45 times.
Yeah,
Mason's not
can't do that.
Mason's touching the ball in the receiving game 3-4 times. So he's not getting overused. We're just everybody's got that thing in their head like, oh, well, we know that we've overused McCaffrey. Look at him now. So now they're just all like paranoid that we're going to do the same with Mason. They're not overusing Mason. They're using Mason exactly how they should.
And Kenny, I would love to. I'd love to see Juice get more attention like he has been these past couple of games. And I think it's great. Like, look at Brock, 15-27 for 288, 1 TD, 1 interception. He only took that 1 sack, and that was because Brock was doing what this game? Brock is using his legs. His athleticism is very underrated. And one thing I'm going to say to all you media pundits, to everybody out there, especially Nick Wright, shut the fuck up about my quarterback. Just shut your mouth.
I don't even need to say anything.
Here's my biggest problem with you people. You want to sit up there and continue to shoot on my quarterback and talk about this and talk about that. All the man does is go out there, win games, take accountability when the game doesn't go the way it's supposed to go, and gets out there and just does his job. Like, he's doing everything that you want a quarterback to do, and I don't understand why people are trying to fight it, okay? The guy is here. He's been to the NFC Championship and the fucking Super Bowl. What more do you want? He played the last game without all of the stars, just like you guys wanted. He did everything that he could. He continually makes strides, and it's always a bitch and a complaint about this.
Just let him. I'm just letting his play do the talking, Deon. I don't even need to argue with these people. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, like, those people just don't make any sense. But when you look at the run game, now here's the thing that I love: 73 yards, but that's collective. Their actual running back only had 43. We all know who Jermichael Hasty is because he's the next 49er. But at the end of the day, it didn't make much difference because Hasty didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? He had his couple little runs, but our run defense was way more stout. Malik Collins looks so much better. When you flip over to us,
I still worry about the outsides.
Yeah, we had 148 yards. You had Debo, 2 carries for 14 yards. Not mad at that. You had Brock with his 5 for 11. Even though he didn't get much, he made it happen because he was moving around. You look at the receiving. These dudes threw to a bunch of different people. We just threw to the usual suspects. Jennings, Samuel, Ayuk, Kittle. Mason caught 2 for 37. I'm not mad at that. Then you got Juice with 1 for 12. I'd like to see him get a couple more looks in the pass game because of how great he is. But I mean, hey, Jordan Mason, 2 catches on 3 targets. That's perfect. And I think the one that he didn't catch was because the defender was right there. So when you look at it, we had 3 fumbles. Lost the one from who? Isaac Guerrero.
No.
And I don't ever want a guy to hit the bench. People out there just understand me. I'm never saying that a guy should do that. I'm telling you, with the way that our head coach works over the years that I've watched him coaching this team, this is the way he thinks.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a track record of things. But then you flip over to the defensive side of the ball. Who's the usual suspect? Jair Brown out there with 8 tackles. Hall of Fame Fred, 7 tackles. He had his pass defense and he had his interception. You know what I mean? Jair Brown with 2 TFLs. I saw one play, man. He came in there shot out like he was shot out of a cannon and tackled dude. So those are the good things. Javondre Campbell had 7 tackles. What a coincidence. You go to the sacks. Nick Bosa, 1 sack. And but
19 pressures, dude.
Listen to me. I felt so bad for Bosa on every one of them pressures because Jacoby Brissett was giving him nightmares. And he was giving him fits because he would be right fucking there. And something would happen where he gets pushed out of position or Jacoby just moves just enough to get away from the sack.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be worse. It's going to be worse on Sunday. It's going to be worse on Sunday with fucking pocket hurt. What I don't even know.
Oh, yeah. He's going to call him Pocket Hercules? Oh,
no, but he's not.
I ain't heard that in a minute. I ain't heard that in forever. I forgot who they referred to.
Kyler Murray, yeah.
I don't know what you want to call him.
Yeah, no. We're going to call him the squirrel. DeForest Buckner's name will forever live there. He's like a little squirrel just running around in the backfield. They said somebody put up a post on Twitter that said your birth month needs to scramble for 10 yards or you go bankrupt. And my birth month was Kyler Murray. I'm like, oh, I'm good. That motherfucker, he can scramble for 10 yards. I'm solid. You know, somebody had juice. I feel bad. I'm like, I don't know how far that motherfucker gonna go. But looking at this, Malik Mustafa, he had his 5 tackles. He had that bullet block on the Fred interception return on that offensive lineman. You know what I'm saying? Then you come down, you see Kevin Givens with 2.5 sacks. Malik Collins with 1.5. You got Evan Anderson, he had 1. So you see that's 6 sacks, 7 TFLs, and 5 passes defense. That's a great game. You look at them, 1 sack, 3 TFLs, 5 passes defense. So it's not the one thing that I would give the Patriots credit for. The DBs play some good football. Their defense isn't too bad. It's their offense is fucking trash.
Yeah,
like the Patriots offensive line, garbage. Their offensive players, garbage.
We're going against probably the worst defense in the NFL this week. So
yeah, so you see Fred, he had his interception return for the TD. You saw Jabril Peppers, he got that interception, and that's when I said earlier. You saw my Murray.
Hey, let the short guys love the short guys. Okay, chill.
Hey, look, okay, first of all, I don't want to hear that shit, Christian. Get your tall ass up, okay? You fucking rarefied air, motherfucker.
Isn't he the same height as you, or is he taller?
Nah, bro. I think Kyler Murray. I think they gave him. They're very gracious.
He's like 5'8".
He's only 5'8" at a max, bro.
He's like me, bro.
He's shorter. He's shorter than my wife.
He's about 5'8", bro. Like I've stood.
Yeah, he's me, bro.
Not that fucking tall. Okay, he is short as shit.
I know. We still haven't got to hang out yet, Deon. But I know when we finally do, I'm gonna laugh.
One time he looked horrible.
Dude, I'm gonna look like a big monster when I stand up next to you, dude.
Dude, same to me because I'm like
6'2", 6'3", 235. 235.
I'm gonna look tiny.
Man.
You guys are gonna be like.
I'm gonna be like looking up like this.
I get you now, man. It's always funny because you get around people who are tall, man. I mean, hell, I'm short, but it never stopped me from liking tall girls. So back in the day, I used to try.
My wife's 5'10".
Yeah, I used to try to date women who were taller than me, and they would I'd get the same thing. It's your height. That's it. Everything else was fine. They would just tell me straight up, like, I can't wear heels with you because I'm already taller than you, and I'm gonna make you look like a little person if I fucking wear heels. And I'm looking like, it doesn't matter. I don't care. They be looking at me like, but I do. I can't, like, one girl looked, she was like, how? She was like, I'm 6 foot. My dad's 6'4". My mom's 6'1".
You're 6 foot? I thought you told me you were shorter than that.
No. There was a girl that I was interested in, and she was 6 foot. her parents are both over 6 feet. Her brothers are like 6. I think we're like 6'6" and 6'8". So she's like, how the fuck are you gonna fit in anywhere? And I was like, I mean, I can disappear pretty quickly. You know.
Oh shit.
Well, look, Brock has evolved, throwback, and I believe that the one thing I will say is there's only one game we need to win this year. We need to get into the playoffs, but there's one game we need to win. And that's
I mean, I don't care if I don't care.
No, let me tell you why. For the mentality of this team.
Maybe that's true.
They need to beat him because they never have since Kyle.
Our defense, our defense. I mean, he's not
never
playing.
Been able to get, and whether it be defense or whoever's, I don't care whose fault it is. At the end of the day, when you play a team, it is very, very demeaning when you go out there with a mindset like, well, we're definitely taking the L in this motherfucker. We can't beat these guys. No. Now, one thing that I will say is, if we get to the Super Bowl and we got to play Kansas City again and we lose, the NFL is completely rigged. Because there are too many times where there's video evidence, where there's shots, there's stills. There's too much evidence showing that the Chiefs are getting favorable treatment. Their offensive line will be holding blatantly.
And they still get it in the regular season too.
And these cats will look away as if they didn't see anything.
I agree, but I don't think they're going to get it this year, dude. They are not that. I mean, they've won games closely, but they've been playing.
Okay,
Mahomes
but
all I need is Houston to take them out.
In the playoffs,
I need Houston to take them out. Houston's the only team I think is going to be able to beat them. Lamar ain't going to beat them. Lamar always he falls.
We'll just wait and see. There's going to be a lot of parity this year in the NFL. There already has been, so we'll just gotta wait and see how things are going to go.
But this was a great game. Malik Mustafa looked great. All of the guys who came out and played looked fantastic. I don't think there was anything. I mean, we do have to continually clean up things. But one thing I can say is the young dudes, just like Christian said, that we brought in on the defensive line were fantastic. They look great. I could care less when and if Kalia Davis comes back. I don't give a fuck. He could stay on IR for all I care.
I mean, he might help.
He ain't helping shit.
But he's got to stay healthy, man. That's
the biggest issue. That's my problem. You got a guy who's never been healthy. He has great training camp, and randomly now where you back at on the goddamn IR list.
We'll just wait and see.
We'll wait and see. But at the end of the day, I would love to see Ricky Pearsall eventually get on the field. I think they're probably going to just hold him out till after the bye. You're definitely not going to try to put him out there on Thursday night. They ain't even opened his practice window. So I say they'll probably bring him out after the bye, work him in here and there because we haven't seen him and we don't know what we're going to get. But, excuse me, I think we have our work cut out for us when it comes to the Arizona Cardinals. Michael Wilson is a damn good receiver.
That defense is terrible.
I don't care how terrible the defense is. I'm worried about the offense.
I know, but we should be able to put up more points. We should be able to put up more points than they do.
Harrison Jr.
We should be able to.
Looking bad.
We should be able to put up more points than them. Their defense is god awful.
The only thing that's killing me right now is I'd love to go to the damn game, but you know what? They pushed our game here way the fuck out to goddamn January. Stupid. Like, why would you push us that far out? Like,
dude, and I'm like, I'm gonna be
gone. It'll be nice and cool down there at that time.
That is true.
That's true. Right now, bro.
It's still hot up this bitch right now.
No, I know, Deon. That's like it's been 103, 104 up here, like that.
Yeah, like what the fuck, bro? Oh yeah. The refs colors might as well be red and white. You are correct. They might as well throw that little weird ass yellow in there too.
Hopefully, we'll beat them this year. But honestly, I wish we were playing them. I wish we were playing them after the bye. But I'm not worried about it. Let's just go kick the Cardinals' ass.
Yep.
Their defense is terrible.
These next
Brock-
two games that are
Brock's had his-
that are,
Brock's had his best game ever throwing the ball against them. With one almost perfect with one incompletion when he was 18 and 19
yeah.
or 19 and 20, whatever it was. So
Yeah, but hey, man, Brandon, go ahead and take us out, man. I think we are good.
Yes, sir.
We right at that hour mark, just about. If anybody's got any final words, please, by all means, go ahead and throw them out. We'll start with Christian.
Yeah. So yeah, that's gonna do it for us. Before I end it, like Dion said, we'll hand it over to Christian, Anshul, and then Dion, and then I'll close out the show. We'll be back again for the post game show, possibly after the game that night, or maybe Monday, Tuesday, whenever. But we'll let you guys know on Twitter itself. But let's go ahead and get last thoughts real quick. Christian, go ahead.
for what the game, this past game or the next game coming up?
Pass game.
Like what I saw from the D line. Still want to see some more from the defense.
And you can say a little something
And-
for the next game too. That's fine.
I'd like to see the receivers win a little more, and the red zone be better. And then for the next game, I'd like to see the offense finish. We should be able to move the ball up and down the field. I want to see the offense finish in the next game. That's important. And I want to see the defensive line continue to do what they did. They play off this pass game and go get the quarterback. I know he's a little shifty son bitch, but go get him.
Yep. For sure. All right, Anshul. Something about the past game, and then say a little something about the next game.
Yeah. Past game, man. Happy for the defense that they, showed out after a disappointing last 2 weeks. But this kind of rolls on to the next game, and just rest of the season is let me see that consistency, from the defense and offense. And get into the end zone. But I like that they're getting down there at least now. So yeah.
Yeah. Let's get it. When we get into the red zone, let's get points, not field goals. I am not sold on Jake Moody always making field goals, so I'm a little iffy on that. So let's get in the red zone and let's just make sure we get points. Defense, continue to keep doing what you're doing, continue to get better. Can't wait to see D Winters on the field next week. And as far as this coming week, we're bird hunting people. We got to shoot up some little baby birds, on Sunday. We got to get these little Cardinals. We can hit them with a BB gun. That's nothing. Now, the Seahawks, we want to taxidermy them. So we're looking to hit them with, a nice little sniper rifle, put a hole through them, and then just have somebody clean them up, make them look nice, and put them on our mantle at home. But
You want to use birdshot for that.
okay.
Yep.
Okay. Bird shot for that. There you go.
Hey, rifle ammo would fucking.
Oh, for real.
All right. Well, better than I would. I am not a yielder of many weapons.
Puff of feathers, dude.
I'm dead.
But
Hit him with a 224.
We like to see those feathers burst all over the fucking field every time
Yes,
we get
sir.
there.
Oh shit.
But kick it over to B-Dubs.
Yes, sir. So, for me personally, I would like to see the defense continue what we saw last Sunday against Patriots, continue it over to the Cardinals. It's another home game, which is wonderful. It's going to be hot as shit in Santa Clara. So, for those of you going to the game, try to stay hydrated and cool. But, yeah, looking forward to Sunday's game, and we'll be back to go over the game, and hopefully we come out on top with the dub. Until next time, guys, we'll be back. From me, Dion, Christian, and Anshul. Go Niners. Peace.
Go Niners.
Niners.